Check it, we out and about in the streets and digital space and cyberspace. Tony, I got a request.
What's your request, MGL?
You always talk about fidelity. I don't know if the audience really knows what fidelity means.
Okay, fidelity, I'm with that. That's a serious situation right there. Fidelity, people have a misconception of what fidelity is, how it works, how it operates. It's necessary for you to have fidelity in order for you to do anything in life, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you're about to do something on a large scale, scaling a business,
right,
and having an idea that you want to implement,
right,
you need to have fidelity, bro.
I'm with fidelity.
I'm with fidelity too. So, you know, like I told you before, Pops, he embedded, be honorable, be a stand-up guy. So it's something that you pledge to honor.
Okay.
So you'll pledge your honor, and sometimes you don't even really have to say it to an individual. You can say it to yourself, and it'll manifest. Meaning, I could say, I pledge to honor and have my partner MGL's back. So I don't really have to say it because I have fidelity. It's going to automatically happen.
You basically saying being a person of your word. When you say you're going to do something, you want to make sure you take care of it. It's basically what you're saying to me.
Absolutely correct. You know, that's the part of having fidelity in your life. Being an honorable person, you know, honor your word, you know, stand on your word, you know, and have loyalty, an abundance of loyalty within your core.
I think that's something that's missing in today's society. Like, when you come up from a certain generation, these things are something that is taught, but for some reason, I think that it's been lost in just like translation. And communication is something that we talk about heavy about being in business, being entrepreneurs, doing things, and communicating within our business, our community, our team, our crew, our whatever.
Our alliance.
Exactly.
So that's something that have to be laid out as like a foundation before business even gets started, right? You have to be able to approach partners and individuals and find out whether or not they have fidelity, you know, and loyalty, because without that, it's going to cause a conflict. Now, I heard you mention that a lot of people really don't understand what fidelity is because of we having multiple emotions within the human existence. So within humans, they have so many different emotions that fidelity get lost in them. They have emotions like envy, jealousy, hatred. That's just on the negative side. Then you have love, caring, kindness. So we have all these emotions in human beings, and sometimes people feel more comfortable with the jealous emotion or the envy emotion because they figure if they're envious and jealous, then that person may fall based on that energy that they putting out against that person. So therefore, fidelity is in the background lost.
It's in the back of the subconscious of the two minds.
Exactly.
It affects the overall system that we have going on. So it's a mind-body connection where our big picture and the small picture sometimes get lost in translation, but it's all important. You talking about micromanaging and macromanaging.
Absolutely correct, man. When you're talking about the two minds, as you know, Marcus, I'm writing another book on the two minds because it's necessary to understand the two minds in order to be a day trader. Or in order to, well, actually, it's necessary to really do anything, but it's very important when it comes to being a day trader because you have to learn and know how to control your emotions, right? So if you're not familiar or aware of how the conscious mind works versus the subconscious mind, your chances of becoming a successful trader are slim to none. So therefore, I'm writing the second book so that people can understand what is necessary in order to trade. And fidelity is required. In order for you to be able to control your emotions, you have to bring that fidelity up front, make it the captain of your emotions, and all the other emotions that you have will submit to what is called Fidelity.
At the end of it all, we want to make sure that not only we are good, we want to make sure that everybody around us is the same way.
Exactly.
Because I'm only as strong as the people who roll with me.
Exactly.
The real game is not what the social media, is not what everybody tries to convince you the game is.
Right, exactly.
You have to have fidelity in order to understand that everything is not going to be easy cakewalk. It's not going to be, oh, boom, boom, boom. Everybody's looking for that quick fix. And that quick fix is what gets people on the wrong fix.
Exactly, and they be looking for a fix after that.
Ooh.
You understand? You know how it go, Marcus. If a person can't control their emotions, they can't do business. So I would advise anyone out there, do some research on fidelity and try to incorporate that into your being, incorporate that into your life. Have fidelity, have honor, stand on your word, pledge to something versus being envious or jealous of other individuals, and you might not know it's happening, but if you pay attention to it, you will see that's been a hindrance and a boundary that's stopping you from moving forward. That's a key point, that how important fidelity is when it comes to the business world, when it comes to partnership, when it comes to scaling, you know, when it comes to anything for that matter, man. You definitely want to study fidelity and incorporate it in your life, put it in the forefront of your life, make that one of the key emotions that you constantly use. It's almost like going to the gym, cuz.
Always a workout.
It's almost like going to the gym, B.
Right.
You go pick up that dumbbell, right? And you pulling that joint right here, right?
Yeah.
But you working on this bicep right here, this muscle right here. But then you got other muscles over here that you need to work on.
You can't neglect none of that.
So I'm saying work on the fidelity, work on that, make that the most powerful emotion that you have, and success will be born from that.
To me, it sounds like you're talking about residual income. You're talking about compound interest. That's where I'm getting in the business part of it. Compound interest is being birthed. It's the continuation
Absolutely.
of the situation that you're facing so that you can prosper and leave a legacy.
In order, Marcus, to bring a person to that line of compound interest, when they so far back in the race, they have to get themselves up to the line to get to the compound interest. And in order for you to get up to that line, you have to be very strong in your fidelity. Once you get strong in your fidelity and bring that to the forefront of your life, then that's when you can talk about compound interest. That's when you can talk about partnership. That's when you can talk about scaling a business. So that's the problem with a lot of our people. Their emotions is so out of whack, they need to go to the gym and work on their emotions first if they want to be successful. See, people think they successful when they paying their bills and they got a couple dollars in their pocket to go on vacation.
This is for everybody because we're international. We out and about, we talk to everybody, and people have the stigma and they have their stereotypes.
Yeah.
When it comes to certain people in this world, it doesn't matter who you are. Not everybody has fidelity. Does not get it twisted. This is a human thing. This is a thing. It's a problem
that we facing and that we see in our endeavors.
Yeah.
So we talk about it.
Yeah.
When we see there's an issue, we talk about it and see if we can iron that issue out, right? Because if we can fix that issue, you know, then we can go expand beyond that. We stopping ourselves from having that because they think, oh man, if you get the injury, then what I'm going to do? Be with us.
There's a big thing of jealousy,
That's a lot.
envy.
Oh yeah.
And when you dealing with different communities and you become a people person, international, able to communicate, you understand that these barriers are something that is a common thing between different races, different cultures. It's universal.
Who said it's levels to this?
Ooh, a couple people say it's levels. I say it's levels to this. You say it's levels to this.
I say it's levels to this, man.
Yeah.
And it really is levels to this. And just so happen we on this level here that needs a lot of work, right? But we travel beyond levels. You know, we go to trade shows, we go to Miami, Vegas, we go to around people, entrepreneurs doing networking that understand what an investment club is. We hang amongst these people, right? They want to see what your last year revenue was. How much percentage are you bringing your clients every year? They want to know these things. So that's a level, right?
Yeah.
But when we're here in our hometown, down Fells Point, in this beautiful weather, standing in front of the Pendulum, hollering at different folk, going to see different people in the bars.
Check it. I'm down Cat's Eye Bar, one of the oldest bars in Fells Point. They've been here for over 50 years.
Then we got to talk about what we see on this level.
Ooh, because not everybody is privy to being out and about in the streets and digital space, because they see stuff online, they see stuff in the media, and they don't really understand that life is so much bigger.
So what we want you to do is keep watching, because we're going to be bringing you those jewels, and like MGL say, internationally. So, yo, share that podcast, like that podcast, and subscribe to that podcast, man, because we're going to take you on a ride, bro. We're going to take you on a ride. That's what it's all about, MGL. Yeah.
We got other shows on the way. We got a whole bunch of stuff that we don't want to really expose till the time is ready. We've been out talking to different people, doing different things.
Yeah.
And it's a time and place. So if you haven't subscribed, subscribe.
We're gonna have some stuff for the subscribers. You hear me? Like the subscribers are gonna be the special people. You know what I mean? Because they're gonna be the ones that we say they rolling with us. So we're gonna make sure they good right out the break. They're the ones we want to hit first. Like y'all gonna be able to come and be our guests at events.
So this is what I'm gonna say, right? Right now, we have a certain amount of subscribers. They don't know the number. They don't know when this is dropping.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say the 20th person, I want to do something special for them.
When we get to the 100 spot, then the 100th person, the 100 subscribe. No, from this number, when we get 100 more subscribers from the number we have now, that 100th person gonna get $100.
Ooh, the 100th person get $100. Ooh, so there's a number in between there that we working on. So
from this podcast.
So we talking about two different people. We talking about two different people at this point. There's a podcast now, as a 100th person. So we're doing a promotion for two people. So you know, when that number hits, the 100th person gets it, regardless, and the other person gets it regardless. So you gotta subscribe. All right. So you talk about Fidelity, and I don't believe everybody who is successful has Fidelity. Like, there's a lot of successful people who out here who do things that are successful. But to me, that's not the route that we want to go on, because there's more than one way to levels of success. I look at it like this. I'm looking for longevity. I want longevity with my Fidelity. And most people who have Fidelity have longevity. There's a lot of people out here are successful, but they're not always happy with the way they make their money. They're not happy with their millions. They are sitting here and they end up realizing that they end up losing it. There's plenty of entrepreneurs and millionaires and billionaires who no longer have their fortune. And I'm looking to get wealthy. And I'm looking to be wealthy with people around me. So you sort of start seeing the full picture of these things, of the small things and the big things, and not everybody has this. So I agree with you, like Fidelity is important. Do you need to be successful? I'm gonna say no, you don't. But if you want longevity in the game, yes, you need it. So it just depends on what you want. Check it, we out
and about
in the streets and cyberspace.
You know how it go.
We stopped down that ride. It's a craft bar where they make great drinks. You need to check it out. We're gonna come back through here and we're going to make some things happen. But we on our way because we out and about.
I want you to subscribe to that podcast, like it, share it, roll with us, because we're going to be giving out some nuggets here in the MGL. So stick in there.
If I get this right, Fidelity is faithfulness to obligation to duty